Oh, hey, hi, hello, welcome on in. This is just another Tuesday, not a Thursday, in case you're wondering.
Good lord.
Um, but we're here to play some Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle called Indy by Night. As a sort of just right off the bat, this will be the last episode that will be held here. Next week, we will be moving to a new house, Gen Con TV. So make sure that you guys be prepared for the chaos that will forever take over this group. But we're going to go around the room, introduce who we're going to be playing, and all that good nonsense. And we will go ahead and start with Warren first.
Why are you not going to tell everybody that we're switching to My Little Pony next week too?
That was going to be at the end of the show, but that works too.
Hi, I'm Warren. I'm playing Twilight Sparkles. Carter, Tremere, rather be reading a book.
All of the above. Next up, we have Justin.
I'm Justin. I play Dimitri the Ventru, and I'd rather be blowing something up.
Interesting. Next up, we have Donnie. You're muted.
Donnie playing Benny the Malkavian. And yeah,
I like it.
that's me.
That's a you. And last but not least, we have Ian. Let's see if they actually hear us because they're doing audio checks for me.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to make sure that everything was good, so I was deafened in here. Hi, I'm Ian. I'm playing Michael the Ravnos, who is the only non-cam aligned person in the group at the moment.
I love that for everyone here.
Yep.
Uh, last week we had a very, very interesting episode. It was a lot of researching and figuring out exactly what to do with the one, the only, the Pizza King. Um, there was discussion of possibly eating them. There was discussion on turning them into the Anarchs. There was also discussion on putting them towards the Camarilla. And all of the wonderful back and forth that all of these choices could provide some boons or could provide some issues that the group is trying to get away from as best as possible. But as you guys were in the process of sort of trying to figure out exactly what your guys' next move was, you guys went out and hunted, and thanks to some willpower, did not have any sort of bestial failures, and were able to go ahead and successfully get hunger as low as possible before waking up the following night to sort of figure out exactly what the plan is. And that is where we are picking up. You guys have just woken up a little bit ago and sort of discussing exactly what our next move is and what is going to be the deal with the Pizza King. That's where we're going to pick up.
Just put a bunch of sticky notes on the board and throw a dart at it. And that's the plan.
I've heard worse plans, honestly.
I
Let's,
don't like the odds of me successfully completing this surgery.
Okay, so we give him to someone else. Make him not a problem.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah? You know who might possibly be able to do it? Those other Tremere.
Unless, of course, they're the ones who are responsible for creating the stake that is currently stuck through him. They may not be so inclined to have their dirty work traced back to them that they are working with hunters.
Yeah,
I mean, that seems crazy.
what the 4 Tremiers that we actually know about. One of them is in this room, and the other 3 are, friends. And a Tremere did something to the stake, so I don't know. I don't trust him. You know how trusting I could be.
Do we know for a fact that it was a Tremere that did something to the stake?
You had to be someone who does blood magic, correct, Carter?
Uh,
Powerful blood magic.
yeah, it's a powerful blood magic ritual. Yeah.
Okay, so that okay. Just making sure. Just didn't want to cross anything
It's
off the
fair
list that didn't need to
question.
be crossed. Yeah.
Now, I mean,
Benefit of doubt.
technically, right? Any kindred that has tasted Tremere blood could learn blood magic, so it's not. It doesn't have to be a Tremere.
But isn't this very powerful? Like, could you do this?
I don't know that ritual.
And it would have to be taught.
Could you reverse engineer it?
Maybe. Yeah, certainly. It has crossed my mind.
Like I really don't want to be asking dumb questions here, but like you don't really understand what the hell it is when it comes to blood magic.
I kind of hold my fist out for like a fist bump towards Michael. Like,
You got that.
like, no fucking clue over here.
zero anything.
All
So-
I know is that the blood comes from the newborn babies of the mortals. You take that and you boil it, right? Boil it, and it's only fresh for about 20 minutes.
I want to say that sounds exactly right, but I don't know.
Sounds
Why would
legit.
you cook the blood?
I don't know. I'm not sure here.
You got to cook the blood to get all the gross out.
The gross is the good stuff. I'm so
Fair enough.
confused.
I mean, you're the
All right.
expert. I mean,
That's all you, Crunchwrap Supreme.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well, look, your goal here is to get onto this territory, which is currently the Anarchs. Well, let's give it this dude, who's an Anarch, to the Anarch Prince, get a boon from maybe that prince, or at least some good favor. What we need to do is spin their attitude towards us in a good light. From there, we can campaign, more or less.
You good over there, Ben? The voice is getting to you?
Cat just knocked over a bunch of shit.
Bruce, from a
cats
rules
do.
standpoint,
Yeah.
rituals, as far as I understand it, rituals don't require a certain number of dots in blood sorcery, right? They just require rituals, points spent on rituals, right?
Let me double check Areno real quick. Areno.
So what I-
It's a level 5 power.
Yeah, I think they still have dots that you still have to put into it. So, like, instead of blood sorcery, you get blood rituals, which is its own separate discipline, if I remember correctly. Because it's sort of like the
Well, you have-
La Sombras as well, that have their
Ceremonies.
ceremonies. That is a separate dot they take.
Yeah, I think you get discipline still like normal, and you get the dots in the discipline, and then it's kind of like learning a spell. Otherwise, so you get the super cool discipline, and then the other spells I think are just 3 XP. Maybe.
Yeah, you can
But
buy
you
the
still
XP,
need the
and that's-
5 dots to get the level 5 spell.
Like,
Yeah, that was a question. I wasn't sure how that worked. That second part.
I don't think you could be like say level 2, and then get like a level 5 spell.
so what I understood from this whole conversation is blood rituals don't always be that way, but sometimes they do.
Wow, that was rough, but sure,
That's what I'm saying. That's all I understood from this whole conversation so far.
that's fair.
Edit that down so I'm not stuttering all over the place, please.
Here we go. There it is. So blood sorcery is a special discipline that confers powers like disciplines, and also unlocks the ability to perform rituals up to and including the level the user holds in the discipline. So yes, you would have to be blood sorcery 5
Yeah.
to do that ritual. So the odds of that not being a Tremere or other blood sorcery clan, low.
Very. I mean, now we know.
Which there is one more blood sorcery clan. What is?
There is.
But
There's also a non-zero chance that this is done to frame me. Not that I
Well,
could
I
do
mean,
this, but that's just,
you didn't
are they
eat
going to
him,
believe me?
so
Mm.
the Banu Hakim.
Good old Banu Hakims.
Always
And
knew
that, you raise an interesting point, Dimitri. Somebody could just eat him.
not
Problem
it.
solved.
isn't he like way older than the rest of us?
That means it's. That means you get more power out of him.
I mean,
As far as I.
I've never eaten someone before, so maybe Carter can speak to this, but isn't there like risk involved? Like, he might take over your soul or something?
If you're a coward.
You know
Well,
when you
by
go
all
to the
means,
burrito place and they
Michael,
ask you if you want a small
dig in.
burrito
I already called not it. I can't go back on that.
or a monster burrito? Just think of them like a monster burrito.
I mean, you've already got the stain on your soul, so I mean...
We actually probably both died before burrito places were a big thing.
Yo, burrito places though. I can tell you a thing or two about some delicious nonsense wrapped up in a tortilla.
You eat
Absolutely.
food?
No, but I had it before I turned. I
Yeah, Russian cuisine is pretty bad.
mean, I'm down for some pierogi.
I'd rather have a burrito.
Same, but like,
I think we might
Yeah,
be
I mean-
digressing.
I was not very serious about somebody could eat him. It is an option, but it's not a great one.
So I say we pull the trigger. We've been talking about this for quite a long time, with she inches closer to death. I say Baron Temple with the Anarchs, yes?
I think
We'll
that
call
might
him
earn
up?
us some good local favor. And,
Yeah,
if they
it's
hand
probably
over
the
to
best.
Camarilla, it's just. It
Now,
just
this
might
isn't
just
going
cause
to-
more problems.
End up on the front page of your Psycho Rag, is it, Benny?
Oh, no. I keep that totally mundane. Oh,
Okay.
Masquerade breaches here. The Pizza King thing, that's local news. Anyone would have broken that.
So I guess Carter make the call. Let's do this.
Because it's dexterity plus medicine difficulty 6.
That's correct.
What kind of assists could I get, and what, like, using my lab and taking some time? Would I get, what kind of assist situation would we be at?
Yeah. Let me take a look at the.
What would be your current pool? Just while we're
4.
discussing it. If you want some real odds here. And let's say you
Yeah, I mean, no,
rouse the
yeah,
blood.
no, would rouse and
How many dots of laboratory do you have? Just one?
let me look.
Yeah, we just have one dot in lab.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I would say you could get one dot in the assist or your lab.
7.
Actually,
Willpower reroll.
let's see. Each dot there is added to related to one science or technology specialty or to alchemy pools for thin blood.
Yeah, lab would be more like analyzing samples.
Yeah, especially because there is a surgery
Mm-hmm.
merit that you could have gotten for field surgery or better, which is add 2 dice.
Here's an idea. No, I can't. Gonna do the everything is connected thing, but that would be information gathering.
Yeah.
Use whatever you want. Well, here with the dice pool of 6, so if you rouse the blood, we're at about a 25% win chance. That's with willpower reroll. You know, VTM's all about game theory.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
And in theory, you could have a higher chance of success if you had your touchstone involved, but that brings a lot of dangers to it in more than one way. But that would be a decent bonus to your dice pool.
Yeah, no, that seems like Masquerade breaking a terrible
It
decision.
could be, absolutely could be.
If it was the way I would look at it is if it was the prince or if it was a Primogen or somebody that was in the Camarilla that we could realistically say like it was so important we did this, maybe.
What if we just change their memories in a permanent, indefinite way? If maybe one of us had a power like
I feel like I'm about to say something really stupid. So I apologize in advance, but what if y'all just reach out to somebody with better resources in this regard and just tell them what happened?
whoa.
Like,
There's that.
Well, I
could
think
like,
the primary issue is that we shouldn't have been trying to make a deal with an anarch in the first place.
primary issue from my perspective, again, outside looking in. So grain of salt it, right? Y'all were given the go-ahead to get some more space. You were going through the process of getting said space. A baron got a little butthurt, so you went to go talk to him, and then from there, the truth.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the truth gets us in a lot of trouble. We
don't
won't do
think
anything real wrong.
I don't think y'all were doing anything wrong. I don't even think y'all. We weren't doing anything wrong. I was doing my job. So that's kind of where we're at with that, right? So I mean, call up who you think might be helpful in this situation, and we kind of go from there, right? Like it's a bunch of stress over trying to potentially make a situation worse.
Look, do you have a surgeon friend?
No, but we know
I
people
could
who
swap
might.
their brain out.
Sounds like way more than
What?
Their
yeah.
memories. They can forget the whole night ever happened. I could tell him that you guys went out for a nice dinner, your treat, and maybe you guys will come out better friends at the end.
We do have the potential to contact someone who doesn't fall into either one of those categories, neither anarch nor Camarilla. And he happens to own a hospital. It just means we'd probably owe him a favor.
He kind of owes us a favor too.
This is true. It could be his way to repay the debt.
Although, yeah, I mean, I don't think going to the Anarchs is a bad deal, right? We need to give them something, and this is not a lot, but hopefully they'll see it for what it is.
Well, we could have just left him for dead.
Yeah,
Valid.
and we can tell him that I can try to reverse it, but it's about a 1 in 4 shot. He's probably going to die if I try to help him.
I say fuck
From
it, make
a
phone call.
from a Camarilla standpoint, Bruce, do we need to get the go-ahead to attempt a surgery to save a kindred that may result in killing him?
A great question.
Already pretty
Really
much
good question.
dead, right? The railroad question.
It's a trolley problem and a half right there.
Right.
We do nothing. Is it our fault?
No, and I think this might have been one of the things that might have been discussed when I was playing as Carter, But another thing that people were concerned about is, depending on who did this spell or ritual, it may be impacting your vision you had about who is Prince.
Okay.
But that being said, um, with your track record as a coterie, it may be better um, to sort of like lay it out for a member of Primogen compared to someone finding out that quote unquote you killed them because your hands were the last ones to touch them.
Fair. So Bart then.
I mean, unless we're going to turn him over to the Anarchs. And if he dies, it's off of us. We did our job.
Unless the Anarchs make it that we did this to him. They have a Tremere, like maybe this is the Anarchs turn this around to use it to frame us for kindred murder.
We already did that a lot, and it didn't kill us
Exactly.
anyway. So not too worried about them buying any bullshit the Anarchs want to spin.
I don't think. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think the Camarilla really cares if we help an Anarch or not help an Anarch, right? Like, it's not.
I asked that last week, and it was like my impression. It was a big deal for us to be making deals with Anarchs, but they're kind of like the enemy.
I mean, yes, but also they gave us a frickin' domain in the middle of Anarch territory, so we're gonna obviously have to deal with them.
Right, but I don't think they thought alliances was in the cards, or I don't think they would appreciate if our thought was to form alliances. It's one of those things to ask for forgiveness instead of permission. Because if you ask for permission, they're going to tell you to go fuck yourself. And what the hell are you thinking, you dumbass? We don't do that sort of shit.
In which case, we just rip out the stake and we have one less Anarch. Problem solved.
I love it.
I don't know. I feel like we're talking ourselves in circles.
Yeah, it's kind of where we were last week too.
Except I was the one weaving the circles because I don't want to make this sort of level of commitment for Carter. That's not where I need to be. So talk in circles. Yes.
All right. So yay or nay, call Bart to get the Camarilla perspective.
I'd say send it. And frame it as a hypothetical even. Hey, not saying this is happening.
Hypothetically.
All right, on it. Calling Bart.
Hypothetically, if somebody were to show up and be like, yo, that's one dead-ass kindred, would that be my fault?
Hello.
Bart?
Yes, this is Bart.
Hey, it's Carter. How's it going, man?
It's busy. Very busy to say the least.
Uh-oh, hope everything's all right.
Can't complain.
Are we good to have a conversation on this line?
Yeah, just give me a second here. And you hear the door sort of in the background shut. Hey, what's up?
So, hypothetically,
Oh, God.
if... Well, first, let me be clear. We did not do anything wrong. Nothing to worry about.
A lot of guilty people say that when they start off a phone conversation.
Did you guys go to
that's
Bart
fair,
before
but-
you did the propane thing?
Some innocent people say it too. I wanted to be clear. I understand what our coteries track record is, Bart. So I want to be upfront that we have not, as far as I know, done anything wrong.
Okay.
All right. Hypothetically, if some hunters had staked a Anarch Baron with a stake that was a powerful blood magic ritual that was virtually guaranteed to be the final death for said Baron, And hypothetically, if we had said Baron, what would we do with him as far as the Primogen are concerned?
I think that answer might change on depending who you're talking to in the Primogen, which is sort of terrifying in of itself. But hypothetically, of course,
Hypothetically, Bart. Hypothetically.
um, it's if it was my choice, I would have let the guy burn. But not everyone has lost as much of their humanity as I have.
Well, and I, to be honest with you, Bart, I certainly can see that point of view. I will point out that our little domain is smack in the middle of Anarch country, so we have to not work with them, but we certainly need to, at least curry enough favor to get along. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, I do. Fortunately.
Hypothetically, if we had a shot at saving this guy, should we take it?
It's a lot of hypotheticals you got going on here. But, yeah, hypothetically, I mean, it doesn't hurt. Just don't let the big boss know.
Hypothetically, the big boss would not be happy about this.
No, she probably wouldn't be.
Oh, I thought you meant the big boss.
I said what I said.
Where's the big boss?
Taking a cat nap, as it would seem.
Is that official?
No, nowhere near.
So as far as the paperwork's concerned, the big boss is still the big boss.
Allegedly.
This is more complicated than I want it to be. Thanks, Bart.
Welcome to the life of the tower, friend.
Yeah. So if at this point, hypothetically,
Mm-hmm.
a coterie in this hypothetical situation, if they were to just let said Anarch die now, would that be a problem?
As long as you weren't the ones that caused it. Hypothetically, of course.
Oh, definitely not the one.
This
It's more of a
coterie wouldn't have a hypothetical punishment for this hypothetical issue.
Are you familiar with the trolley problem, Bart?
Is that the same one as the train?
Yeah, it's similar.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, would we be in trouble for not acting to save Kindred when we had a chance to?
I think that's more of a personal qualm than a tower one. So if you keep it to yourselves, at least. Hypothetically, of course.
All right, and I guess hypothetically, do you happen to know anybody who's got a surgical suite we could borrow? Hypothetically,
Hypothetically or not, I don't know anyone that is in the medical field, unfortunately.
fair enough. Well, I appreciate it, Bart.
Yeah, of course. Did this phone call hypothetically happen?
This conversation between friends about a hypothetical situation?
Yeah, that's the one.
I will let you use your hypothetical discretion, Bart.
It was hypothetically nice talking to you.
It was definitely nice talking to you, Bart.
The line disconnects.
Well, shit.
I mean, just from your side of that did not sound like the answer you were hoping for.
Yeah, so Bart said don't let the big boss find out because she'd be pissed. So, take that for what it will be.
She'll be pissed.
Yeah, she will be pissed.
Interesting.
Oh yeah. But beyond that, really, we can do what we want as long as we keep it quiet.
So, do you want to use this opportunity to try to curry favor with the Anarchs? Or do we just drop him in the field somewhere before dawn and call it good?
Hey, we almost got staked ourselves trying to save this guy. Let's use a
It's not
useful
right to
body
just drop him in a
us.
field, right? Like it's not right. This is the Pizza King.
Put some respect on his name, the Pizza King. All right.
Oh, I meant more like he's been punished enough already. He's the Pizza King.
You really don't like that place, do you?
Do anarchs honor the boon system?
Sometimes.
Oh, I know what I should do.
That's
yeah.
like in kindred blood, right? You have to honor a boon.
I'm gonna put it out here. I wish that everybody would just do away with the whole boon thing and just say, "Yo, I owe you one." Like, not I will grant you a boon for this favor. Shut up.
Boons are like the currency of kindred world. They just owe you one. It's like saying writing an IOU. It's
Are
As
you
good as
not writing
cash.
it? It is as good as cash sometimes.
a boon is like credit. An IOU one is a IOU.
I actually can't right now.
All right, Briz, I'm going to try to communicate with Kindred Sire to talk to my sire to see if she can shed some light on who the hell might have enough blood magic to do this that would want to.
Okay.
Would I be able to poke around with Streetwise and Black Market to see if there's anybody around like street dock level that might be able to help us out with a suite or something?
Sure. Go ahead and roll
Like-
charisma plus streetwise plus black market bonus there, and your DC you're looking for is 4, Ian.
All right, I know that's like super crazy.
Can
Just
I
seeing
give
what I
him
can
an
help.
assist with my criminal contacts since I've got like a level 4 ranking in the criminal underworld with my level of influence here in Terre Haute specifically?
Yeah, you could also give the assist. I will allow for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what just happened.
What are we rolling for?
Trying to find information on the using the criminal underground to try to see if there is somewhere that could provide like sort of like a street dock, someone who's going to be able to do stuff like
Yeah.
on the low
Off
and
book.
low.
Yeah,
You want to use my everything is connected?
I think that's actually a decent pool for
That might
Michael.
be- I've got a pretty good one because you said Streetwise plus Charisma with the bonus, right?
Yep.
So Streetwise, that's 7, 8, 9 dice. But you said DC 4, right?
Yeah, DC 4 for it. But everything's
Hey-o.
connected allows you to swap out a skill, right? Or like to change what they want to use.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I did it.
Yeah, you definitely got 6 successes.
Nice.
Carter, it looks like you got 4 successes.
Yep. And I only needed 3. I was shooting for a crit so that I didn't have to wait 15 minutes, but
Okay,
didn't get it.
cool. Did you want to use... Oh, you did use willpower, Sag. Cool.
Yeah.
So what was the human situation? Did Carter know a human surgeon or something?
They know of someone who has recently just got a raise at one of the hospitals in Indianapolis.
My touchstone runs a blood bank. That she's not a surgeon,
I don't know
but
if
she
a
certainly
blood
has
bank
access.
manager is quite... Sticking
She has
needle.
access to the hospital, right? So she's the hospital. She's high up in the hospital. So she could probably, for instance, get us. It's not impossible that she could get us into a surgical operating theater.
Well, I was also thinking if she could just get us a private audience with a renowned surgeon, just do the memory wipe. But let's see what we turn up here.
All right. Um, Carter, 15 minutes goes by. Um, your sire can think of a couple of elders within the Tremere House of Tremere inside of Chicago who would have this capability. She doesn't know. I mean, there's not a whole lot of blood magic presence in general inside of Indianapolis, which is, obviously one of the reasons why you were even suggested to come here anyway. Um, but she also suggested anyone who's really like consumed a lot of Tremere blood could, in theory, be able to learn this.
Absolutely. My thought was more not just who knows, not just who has the ability, but who would have the ability that would be arming hunters with these stakes.
It seems like a knee-jerk reaction, but the first thought she goes to is anarchs, um, because they're typically more accepting of thin bloods, who would be more likely to trust a hunter than a kindred.
Did I tell her about the other Tremere, the Karna Tremere that are out here?
Yes, and she did. She actually was one actually warned you prior to Elysium that there was a group of Tremere that
That's
were
right.
defecting from Chicago and leaving towards Indianapolis.
Would any of them be powerful enough, as far as she knows?
As far as she is aware, no. They're probably neonate or just slightly older Tremere that would. Um, so it's in theory possible, but seems very unlikely. But as she mentions, it's hard to tell what anyone knows without taking a bite.
Very true. Very true. Okay. Well, that was the main thing that I had to ask her. Did the rest of Coder? Did you have any questions that you wanted me to ask her?
Has there been any, like, I would assume since Chicago is kind of a close proximity to, our home state right now, has there been any break-ins and thefts of like any artifacts? Maybe this isn't necessarily someone creating and giving it to the hunters. Maybe the hunters stole it.
Let's me make a roll.
Yeah, I mean it's certainly possible. Yeah, I'll ask that question.
Still begs the question: why would someone have it in the first place?
It's a great question.
Available to be stolen.
Maybe in case you ever wanted to, dethrone a prince forever.
Right.
Just have it in your back pocket,
Never
why
heard.
why do mortals keep guns around, right?
Heart-seeking missile,
Where did I leave that enchanted steak? I knew I left it somewhere.
Well, part of me wonders if, like, there wasn't, like, maybe a powerful Tremere that was killed by hunters and they just looted his whole... he made it because he's like, yeah, maybe I can. Let's see if I can do that. That'd be fun. It's a long weekend.
If I've learned anything about Carter, it's let's see if I can do it. So that tracks.
Not necessarily a lot of break-ins, but there was a group of Tremere, older, that left Chicago years and years ago. That hasn't been seen in any sort of house meetings in quite some time. but the last they knew, they were heading towards Indiana. They didn't give a specific on where they were going or what they were doing. Um, but it was under direct order of the prince to head that direction.
Of the Chicago Prince?
Yeah, the Chicago prince was the one that suggested they go and do whatever they were doing. And they absolutely would have been strong enough and powerful enough to head over and have that sort of capability, have that strength of discipline. I mean, I could give you their names if you think that'd be helpful. Maybe be able to find.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You can see for the first time in a hot minute that it's not your house where pages are being turned. You can hear multiple books being moved and shoveled around and opened. Now, between you and I, some of these names are very, very, very secret. Like, could ruin a lot of fundamental things for the United States as we know it. With this name, a group of names that I'm about to give you. So, use them sparingly, and don't go and share it on the news or anything.
I cast a look at Benny.
What?
JFK is kindred.
The three names are, the four names are John, Emma, Elizabeth, and Theodore.
Where's Tanner?
Just first names?
Well, the one that you would be interested in knowing is one of them has the last name of Roosevelt, and I'll let you guess which one.
Theodore.
JFK. I knew it.
And all four of these came Indy way?
Yes, they were a coterie of themselves doing some research for the prince.
Did they all have earth meld and they've been asleep in the that mountain range in Montana?
Exactly.
Okay, well. And this is all, telepathic, but if Teddy Roosevelt is our killer, we have problems.
You don't fight Teddy Roosevelt. He fights you.
As a
Rough
reminder,
Riders. Is that the name of
reminder
their coterie?
that you have one of his journals.
Yeah.
Teddy Roosevelt's?
Mm-hmm.
Sure do.
Is this? Is that
What clan is Teddy Roosevelt even?
Apparently
America?
Tremere.
He's American. I thought you were American. Oh man.
But no, the four of them left on some very secret mission. I mean, even the most inner levels of each house
It's on speaker.
that they no, it's all telepathic.
Even better.
I knew there was a deep state.
Exactly. What's interesting about them is they each came from a different house of Tremere.
Oh, they're all Tremere?
They're all Tremere, but they came from different houses.
That is interesting. Do you know what houses?
Oh, let me take a look real quick. She continues to. You hear the sounds of more books and more books being sort of tossed to the side, almost like the information was kept separate. I mean, obviously, we have the one was part of House Tremere, Karna, Goratrix, and one that you don't see a whole lot, but the Horned Society.
All right. And I guess last question: do you know any way around a shaft of belated dissolution other than surgically removing it?
Hell no, why?
No reason.
Well, good luck with that question.
Uh, Luckily, it's not important.
Hope they have a good doctor.
Yeah.
And then the telepathic lave sort of fizzles out. Obviously, you heard of the major houses, Carter. But I need you to
Yep.
go ahead and roll a intelligence plus occult. With
Blood magic specialization applies.
You know what? Because it's another house of Tremere, it would indeed apply.
Nice.
Michael, with your six successes, excuse me. After about 30 minutes of calling around to different contacts, there is a mortal doctor that is known to do with either illegal procedures or do stuff underneath it, or like do surgeries underneath the table.
Not a very hygienic place to do them, but all right.
No, definitely not. But they're either extremely expensive or some of the repayment favors have been very, very dangerous.
Cool. Well, I don't got money like that. So guess the option is talk to everybody else because it's their problem and see how they want to pay for it.
Exactly.
Just playing the role like in-house fixer almost.
Carter, you do go to the Horned Society. While it is a minor house of Tremere, this is one that forms like a lot of relations to demons and other creatures of the Inferno. But the thing that's very interesting about it, it's the only house that allows non-kindred people to join.
Well, that's interesting.
Whether or not they know what they're joining, but they do allow non-kindred members.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to do with all that information, other than keep it secret.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
after making some phone calls and stuff, I'll go find the rest of the group again, and I'll present my findings. Just all right, gang. Called around. I got a mortal doctor who's down to do some sketchy shit, but it's not gonna be cheap. It's
Well, how much you
either
talking?
more money than I've seen recently, and that's. I'm not saying I'm cooking like that. I'm just saying it's expensive. Or there's some options for doing some less than savory kind of illegal stuff. Dangerous
Well-
stuff, I should say.
If paying
but-
one mortal for services is an issue, we'll just have him do the services and make him forget he did the services.
Yeah, it's got my name tied to it. If it's,
We could take him out to dinner for all he cares.
I mean, it's not wrong. Not the worst thing.
Right, it's not wrong.
That's, How often do you do this mind stuff?
Only as needed.
That doesn't answer the question.
The truth is how you see it.
Still
I'm
not
still
really
concerned.
answering the question.
I don't think we risk going to a mortal over an anarch.
I mean, we
There's
have
nothing to
somebody who
risk.
can do it. So I figured it's more so like on y'all's plate as to how that goes down. So I figured I would give you the option before I just made arrangements on your behalf, kind of thing. But just let me know. I can call him back and say thanks, but no thanks, or I can say you got yourself a deal. Where do we send payment? That kind of stuff.
Well, if you don't want me to change the guy's memory, I could at least suggest that he does it for free. That's not changing memories.
It's not.
I think my vote at this point is that we take him to the anarchs, contact the anarchs, tell them what's up, and extend the offer. Right? I can try to do it, and maybe the dude dies, or we know this mortal, and let them pay for it if they want their Baron back.
I like this idea.
Might be able to hustle some finder's fee in that also. I like that. I think that's a solid plan.
Think
I say
handing
make
over
the
a
call.
staked anarch to another anarch might raise some red flags. If we can get this done without introducing third parties, might be safer. Saying.
I wanted to let you guys know when I took this job, I did not expect to have a staked baron somewhere. I really thought this was going to be knock some heads together and say, fucking move. And then we'd be done.
See, this is why you shouldn't go into these things without a healthy dose of imagination.
Believe me, I've got an imagination. You should see what I could do with a dirt bike and a dream.
Like, I think I want to see this guy unstaked and unalived, in not the mortal way, because they might know who staked him, and then we got a lead. So, if we can unstake him somehow, we have a lead. If that means going to the anarchs and getting them to pay for this surgical services or them doing it themselves, but that's just going to be more barriers we got to cross when we could just go to this guy, set up a meeting, have him do it, wipe his memory, Problem solved. It's one mortal. I mean, if he gives us trouble, we'll just we'll give him trouble.
Do we know for sure he's just a plain old vanilla mortal?
Yeah, I don't know if that was mentioned or not.
So the information I have didn't give me any of that information. I just know dude's immortal. Dude is a mortal, not immortal. Is a mortal. Making that perfectly clear.
Yeah, weirdly, the guy just doesn't die. I don't know.
This dude's been alive for like 7,500 years. It's crazy.
So I'm not going to say I've used this on any kindred myself, but these powers also work on kindred.
I'm pretty sure you've used them on Kindred.
I could give you the time of your life in just a snap. You want to have a nice day? Snap. There you go.
I mean,
Yeah, but there's a chance. There's a chance it fails.
It would be a
Yeah.
good way to help you guys experience chicken wings. Just saying.
Yeah, I really still don't get what the deal is with the chicken wings.
As you guys are having this conversation, Eva sort of looks across all of you, shakes her head. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I agree with Benny. I'd rather the Anarchs not have them because the Anarchs have caused enough issues for us, and us vice versa.
All right.
I personally would rather see one. What Benny said was right. It was we might have a lead on who knows all the information about us, right? That was the one thing that we were all like. I mean, they even knew Michael had a bird.
That is true.
We turn this guy over. Who's to say we'll ever see him again?
Good.
Yeah. All right. So, Mitchie, what do you think?
I think we maybe just, go to this guy. I put knife to neck, tell him he'd do surgery or I'll cut his fucking head off.
Well, we could just tell him we're going to pay for it. If
Look,
memory
if
thing
I'm
doesn't work
guy,
out.
I'm going to want money in an account, not just, okay, I pay you after you do surgery. I'm not going to be like, okay, I do it on consignment. You're going to give me the fucking money before I do anything.
we can,
Well,
I've got a plan for that too. I can
This is
implant this-
plan within plan within plan
Yeah.
within plan where they all could go wrong. I put knife to neck, say, motherfucker, I cut your head off. You don't do surgery. He's going to know I mean fucking business.
Let's do that
I
after
like the
the
Angry
peaceful
Russians plan.
resolutions don't work.
I think we give the Angry Russian man what he wants at this point.
First we ask him to do it for free. Then I make him do it for free. Then you put the knife to his throat and make him do it for free.
or we just start with a knife to his throat, and then you make him forget we put a knife to his throat.
The more we say knife to the throat, I have to bring it back
Okay,
and say, I
give
set
me this
up.
motherfucker's home address. We get his kids. We put them on video. We say, motherfucker,
Whoa,
you do this
whoa.
shit, or we're going to cut their fucking heads off and mail them to you in pieces.
We also want him to do a good job on
this
this
got real
surgery.
dark.
If he thinks he's doing a job for money, he might
This is
be compelled to
Russian
do it for
mafia
good
shit.
It's got
He's
real,
number
real
one
dark
surgeon.
real fast.
in the world.
Russian mafia shit that I set the meeting
Never
up
makes
for,
mistakes.
man.
Hey, how about this? I beat the shit out of you, throw you around a little bit, and be like, ha, stupid fuck. You show me where this guy is. Now I'm going to kill him.
Is he supposed
Your
to?
reputation say he's good.
You know what?
Supposed to
I'm
get
down.
6
Right here.
successes on surgery with adrenaline rush and maybe a sprained wrist. This needs to be a planned deal. He thinks he's doing a job.
You know
Get
what?
paid.
Just
Okay.
you land one right here,
I get big knife,
and we'll go right now.
and we go. If he seems to wobble at Benny's plan, I'm going to take his left testicle, and then he do surgery. It's good?
Deal.
Yeah, let's just start with Benny's plan.
Oh my god. This went so. I'm on board, but I'm terrified. But like, I'm nervous.
This,
but
yeah,
like,
this is
Michael's
so
over the
bad.
corner like,
is this?
this is okay.
This
Is
is
this-
fine.
Bad idea. Bad idea.
Is this how y'all just function?
Hey, it
I
gets
just
shit
got
done.
It's like my
Look,
second day.
We don't kill like a whole bunch of kindred by accident. It's planned.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Hypothetically.
I forget that part all the time.
Yeah. Now I kind of want to know what you do with dirt bike in a dream there, Dimitri.
Dirt bike in the dream. I know get
Is that like
better.
greasing the skids?
It's like greasing the skids, but it's a shoestring budget, and all you have is a dirt bike to get something done.
Oh, that's easy. I turn it on side, I start up motor, I rev it up, I put motherfucker's hand in chain until he gives me what I want.
Good lord! I just did a cool backflip, but like fine.
This is how I do things. Now,
No,
I go
I like
downstairs, get son of bitch, and we go do this.
all right, I'm gonna make a phone call and say, get ready.
I got a mechanics question as I plan this out to not fail.
Of course, of course.
Do mortals have willpower rerolls?
Yes, they do.
I'm min-maxing what my dice pool versus their dice pool is going to be.
Donnie min-max something? Never.
Not in this economy.
I've never known Donnie to play any tabletop game like that.
I mean, it makes sense. If we want this to win, I'm going to go all out. I just
Fair
wanted to
enough.
know if it would work the same I want it to work.
Before we go,
Yep.
I think as insurance, I want to invoke my check the trunk
Okay.
and just go find like a pipe or something.
Sure.
A sweat rack?
No, just like a pipe that's like, all right, if things are going sideways, Dimitri.
Oh, like a lead pipe.
Yeah. Beat
Thinking like
the
a Gandalf.
absolute nonsense out of me. And then we go with the I beat up Michael for your information plan.
Okay, it's good.
Preferably my kneecaps.
You're okay with this?
I'm okay with that. Just don't go too crazy, you know what I mean?
Do you prefer to keep your hands intact?
I do. I'm a very
That's usually
tactile
where I
person.
start, you know, with the
I'm
thumbs.
a very tactile person. No.
You break people's thumbs. Usually they don't put a much fight after this.
Yeah, I'm not looking for full on broken bones here, pal. I'm
You
looking
said
for
kneecaps.
yeah, that's different. We drag me out of there and I'm fine by morning. That's
Okay,
thumbs is I can't.
whatever you want.
It's just
I break
superficial.
kneecaps. It's good.
Walk it off. Maybe I don't want to hurt his willpower, though, because he might need it for the surgery.
Yeah, I would say it does depend. They do have some level of willpower, depending on some of them have more than others, but you could guarantee that a mortal probably at least has 1 point of willpower if it's not been spent already.
I'm getting ahead of myself. But I was thinking I'm going to go in there, start with a little light conversation to make his brain go a little twisted with some dementation. Yep.
Valid.
And that way he gets the willpower penalty, you know? That's when I start throwing the dominates powers at him.
Just hit him with all the dominate powers.
Yeah, but I need him to be on his feet when he actually does the surgery, so maybe I won't do the dementation.
just weeping as he's doing the surgery. Just willpower defeated. All right. Dimitri goes downstairs and grabs the Pizza King, also known as Baron Anson. And
Should we take some pictures just in case things go bad? I don't know. I feel like pictures are always good to have.
evidence is always good
No?
to have. I agree.
I feel like pictures are damning.
Yeah, I can't think of any good uses, but you know, better to have them and need them than to not have them. Nah, don't worry about it.
Whatever your thing is, it's fine. I'm not going to kink shame.
All right, I'm gonna take some pictures.
It's valid. We kink same in this house, okay?
I don't know what I'm gonna use these for, but
Hmm.
it might come in use.
All right. So, you guys all piling back into Michael's uh,
The
caddy
truck.
again?
Oh, that's my caddy.
That's
Michael's
sorry.
got the
Benny's
truck.
I
caddy.
forgot. I got.
I drive a
confused.
U-Haul.
Yeah, you're right.
What else are y'all driving?
Yeah, you got a U-Haul. You got a caddy. I think
Caddy's pretty
Caddy
good.
might need a detailing.
Oh yeah, it's true. Maybe we should
It's
go a
got
little. What do you guys drive?
A U-Haul.
I've got Escalade.
Okay. Why are we using that?
That's some style.
2023.
I mean, Ferrari is not good on snow, so
Got a Ferrari?
yeah, you know.
What are your
Couple.
resources? Can we just like get an actual surgeon?
Hey, my money, you know. I like this plan.
Yeah, I think Dimitri's excited about all the violence.
We could just
my
ask this
money
guy
is
how
this
much his
plan.
services cost.
It's a number I don't want to say out loud because it's a number I don't believe exists.
A dot
That
of resources.
seems.
It's a one dot of
Oh.
resources.
Ouch.
You said it was
That's
super
free
expensive.
experience.
I mean,
No,
that
you're
is-
sacrificing a dot of
yeah, you're
resources.
losing a dot of resources.
Oh, yeah. Then we're not doing that. That's a number I don't want to believe exists.
That's 3 experience. That's 3 whole sessions.
Oh,
And
damn!
RP.
Shots fired.
It's also true.
I gotta RP that
I'm
dot
sorry.
back.
I'm in this. Michael's in this for the money as it is. So asking Michael to give up half of his income, just like, oh yeah, help us fix this shit. That's really not my problem.
It's a third of your net worth.
Yeah, just a third of your net worth.
It's
like,
fine, it's okay.
Hello? No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, so we'll pull the Escalade out of the garage and we'll chuck the body in the back. Put a tarp over it, you know.
Right, as you do. As you do.
I'm gonna go grab my my just in case duffel bag as well.
Okay.
I've driven this car for 20 years without a scratch on it. One night, please. This coterie, I've already got busted windows and dings on the car door.
Ian, I need you to go ahead and actually roll intelligence plus melee to see if you can, if there happens to be a lead pipe in your duffel bag. But I believe you get a +2 for check the trunk to your prepared tests.
Yes, I do. And difficulty on that?
Difficulty is going to be 2.
Difficulty 2.
You hit it.
Hey, I always knew that this was gonna come in handy.
There is just a minor dent already in it. You don't remember why, but there's just a slight dent already in the lead pipe, but you have one nonetheless.
I think it was the last guy that got hit with the pipe. I don't know. We've done a lot of crazy stuff in this U-Haul. In the U-Haul with... We're not going to go there.
Get a clue.
We're trying.
You guys all hop inside of the Escalade and begin to head towards this wonderful and oh so probably not in a horrible place doctor, surgeon, if you will. But you guys go to what Dimitri would know as the not great side of Terre Haute. As a... It looks like a garage where you would bring a car to go in and get repaired. It looks it looks like more of like a mechanic shop, where you pull up and he begins to open up the garage door, the large bay door, and you could see just 3 hospital chairs, like for the where you lay down to have surgeries that just sort of are there. But some very large individual. He's like 6'1", probably pushing almost 300 pounds. Walks out. Um, he's got old jeans and a black shirt on, but he's got like a butcher's apron on top of it that he's wearing that has like a blood splatter that looks like it's probably maybe a couple hours dry.
Oh, yeah, there's our guy.
My confidence is soaring.
This guy comes highly recommended. His price wouldn't be what it is if he wasn't good, right?
What's your dice pool for surgery?
Enough.
Dice pool for surgery. What are you, a cop?
As he sort of walks out, drying his hands on his apron, just sort of looks at you guys.
Howdy.
Nods.
Who's gonna do the talking?
Believe we talked on the phone? Was that somebody who does your talking?
Yes.
All right. So how do you want to do this?
Do you get the money?
Gonna look at everybody
Ask him
else.
how much?
Yeah. Can we, just to make sure we got the right amount here? Can we get that price range again?
What sort of surgery are you wanting to get done?
This dude's. My guy took a little bit of a tumble and has something stuck in his chest area, close to his heart.
Ah, a removal. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
10,000.
I'm gonna look at everybody else in the car here real quick.
I'm not sure if you recall what the original plan was, and if he looks me in the eye, I can do a little.
Yeah. He's gonna look over.
I'll do a little implant suggestion.
Okay.
No test is required against an unprepared mortal victim.
Okay.
And I can make radical changes to core beliefs. Wait, no, I can't make radical changes. I possess the power to change the very personality or opinions of the subject, at least temporarily, while others enable them to puppeteer mindless victims. This power lets them alter the intents or passions of the victims instead. Make him think we're going to pay after
Okay.
the job is done.
Ah.
1 round check.
Okay. Go ahead and make that rouse check. Nice. Yes, I believe that we had payment due after the surgery was completed.
Sounds about right.
Very good, very good. Can I please see the funds?
Yeah, show him the funds, guys.
Dimitri, show
Carter,
him funds.
reach in the back and grab that duffel bag. Pass it up
Yep.
front.
They do that.
I'll unzip it and it's got a big pile of loose bloody cash in there.
He walks
Seems
up
right.
to it, takes a sniff. Very good. Yes, yes. Let us go. Do surgery.
I'll zip the bag back up.
Looks back. Come on, bring in body. We have much to do.
This guy gives me like Mr. Lady vibes from Happy Gilmore.
Don't get up, everybody. I take care of it. I'll get out of the car and slam it
I mean, I'll help. Why not?
up the
But, like,
trunk. Unceremoniously pull him out of the... dragging him by one arm along the floor.
it's okay. He likes that. He prefers to be treated like this.
Eva will get out of the Escalade as well and sort of keep an eye and watch out.
Is there other dudes around?
Does not look like there to be anyone else here.
Somebody want to sense the unseen? Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
I
I'll have
can
heightened senses on.
I can
Like that
sense
one.
the beast on this guy.
That's a good idea. Although I didn't have to do a test for that, so that implanting of the suggestion was very easy.
He just wants you to think that. He was a ghost all along.
Exactly.
So it's gonna be my resolve and animalism versus this guy's composure and subterfuge.
Okay. Not great. Not great. You're looking
Surgeon
for.
doesn't have good composure.
You're looking for 2 successes.
I guess.
Don't know why it didn't show up there. That's
If you have pop out, make sure that you don't have it hidden behind somewhere else.
because I hit submit. Let me try that again then.
Unbelievable.
So what you wanted a surgeon is no composure.
Lots of resolve, zero composure.
Exactly.
Okay, so 3 is what I got there.
All right, you succeed.
Hell yeah.
And this just is able to tell if he's got any sort of beast inside of him. Is that correct?
Yeah, this gives me. So a win allows the user to sense the level of hostility in a target, whether the person is prepared to do harm or even determined to cause it, and determine whether they harbor a supernatural beast, marking them as vampire or werewolf.
So they have no supernatural beasts, but they were prepared, and they still have some level of preparedness to do harm.
All right. I will kind of circulate that around the group. Hey, heads up, guys! This guy is absolutely ready to take somebody's kidney if he needs to.
Bro, he works in an automotive garage and is wearing meat apron covered in blood.
I'm trying to be
news?
helpful.
I'm surprised he accepted cash. I mean, this is a surgeon's hospital. I thought one of us was going to have to lose a kidney. Which, why not?
I'm sorry that I'm trying to be helpful in this crazy situation.
I sold both my kidneys as soon as I got embraced.
Don't need him anymore.
That makes me concerned for you, but also doesn't surprise me.
Is anyone wanting
A section of
to
my large intestine.
Jesus. Carter, are you wanting to do a sense the unseen?
Oh, definitely.
I figured you'd want to. That's why I wanted to ask.
For sure.
Actually, could you remind me what that dice pool is for you?
Yes. So whenever there's something hiding in plain sight, the storyteller makes a hidden roll of wits plus auspex against the difficulty you choose.
Yep. So what's your witch and aspects?
Plus blood, see.
Auspex is 2 and wits is 3.
I love that for you.
Plus blood,
And it is a level 1 power.
You get an extra die because of your blood potency.
Yep.
Nice.
Ooh. Okay. You are very confident you do not see anything as you're sort of scanning around, looking. But as you who's all going inside with this individual?
Guess
Well, I'm dragging the body, so.
I feel like I should go inside so that I can at least verify the dude is doing things reasonably.
Yeah, it's probably fair.
Also, Mike, did we get a sense of if this guy is aware of like kindred and stuff? Or is this just like a plain vanilla mortal?
I guess we should ask.
I mean, that's a conversation we would have had before we got here, is what I'm thinking.
Probably. I did my best.
One is like, well, we definitely are gonna have to like do some mind stuff or off the guy.
I mean, I did do pretty well in the role. Is that something that I would have gotten privy to, or
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they have no beast at least tells you that they're not werewolf or vampire.
true?
But that being said, it may not pick up ghouls if they are a ghoul.
Fair. So yeah.
But is that something Carter would be able to tell with the taste of his blood?
If I could taste his blood,
Yeah.
how does that come up in conversation?
Hey,
You know,
can I
we
try
gotta-
this?
We got to make sure everything's on the up and up. My friend here has to have a little sample of your blood.
Hey, not to be really weird or anything, but
Can I
To
get a
be
bite?
totally weird.
yeah, I'm not trying to like harsh anybody's vibe out here, but my guy has to taste your blood before you can operate on anybody.
Gotta make sure
Make-
that blood alcohol level's real low.
Yeah. Gotta sample it. Make sure you're not hopped up on anything.
Exactly.
Would there be any visual signs? Is like would an awareness check to look for like a bite mark or I don't know what really ghouls look like.
I mean, they generate twice as fast.
but they don't have like the pale skin like a vampire would.
Nope. And most of the time, after they also, whenever they're ghouled, they feed from the vampire. It's not like the vampire bites into them. So they would have eaten the vampire's blood, so there would be no sort of way to tell visually.
I mean, you just send it full YOLO.
Hey, you know any Fangs?
Well, I'm assuming, given the nature of the injury that we're dealing with here, this guy has to be in the know. Otherwise, this would be a complete masquerade breach of, yeah, his heart's been pierced, but he's still fine.
Well, we're probably
Well, his heart's not in the right place, right? Didn't we figure that part out?
Yeah, but I mean, as far as from visual inspection, it looks like he's been lanced through the heart. And he's not breathing or moving.
Right.
And
Yeah,
currently
like,
just being drugged through the parking lot.
I just want to be
gonna wipe
real
this
clear
guy's-
whether or not Michael knows if this dude is aware or not, because showing up with a dead body and being like, "Yeah, we need you to take this steak out of here," pretty big fucking masquerade breach.
Like, his mom really wants an open casket, okay, bro?
I would like to put out there that Michael's not an idiot.
Right, right.
What's your intelligence?
Oh, shit.
That's neither here nor there.
Getting called out.
I feel like
'Cause
it's
it
an
was-
intelligence of 1, right?
Intelligence of 2, mind your business.
It's average.
Michael's not a genius.
Michael's not the brightest, but Michael can get shit done, okay?
Just saying, if we end up, and you have a tendency to play characters that get us effed.
I did it one time.
It's, at that point, it's a tendency.
You're not helping, Bruce.
I'm aware.
Did we get this guy's name?
No.
His
Okay,
name
well,
is his name is Street Dog. That's all we
Let's
need
ask
to
this
know
guy
about
some
him.
questions as we're like wheeling this body into his.
Wheeling as in his head is rolling
Dragging.
as he's rolling across the concrete.
And he's the only one here, right?
That you
We're
can
not
see
seeing
so
other
far.
people?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, didn't catch your name.
It's because you didn't ask.
Yeah, well, this is me asking.
Oh.
I'm Benny.
I'm the
I
butcher.
guess it's rude of me to ask first. The Butcher. Good name. How'd you get
It's
that
a great name.
I told you.
From chopping things.
You like chopping things?
Yes.
Look at him. He's clearly a butcher. He's doing great.
Yeah.
And
So
in an automotive garage, yeah, makes perfect sense.
Well,
it's a
let's
chop
save
shop.
our buddy.
I get it.
It's what they call a chop shop.
Ha ha ha! Ho, ho.
Perfect. Great. I love it.
It's a good joke,
Yep.
no?
Hey, have you seen an injury like this before?
Nope, but it looks fun.
All right. I'm gonna shoot Benny a look.
Shooting
What,
Michael a little. Like, what the fuck?
What the hell did you get us into?
This time of night, what kind of stuff are you used to doing?
Sleeping?
Sleeping
Yeah.
a lot. You ever get calls like this? At night.
Mm,
Please say yeah.
that's what we call butcher-client privilege.
Okay.
I'm about to get
Fair
messed
enough.
up with a pipe for real.
We'll wait till we see a Gen Con.
Exactly. Then we'll bust you up with a pipe.
I'm not coming anymore.
It's like, I'm just done. I'm not.
We're done here. But yes, I can take a look. But please, if you wouldn't mind signing this, that would be great. And he signs over a clipboard that has a single sheet of paper on it with a single line that says, "I, the butcher, am not held liable for anyone that passes away on my table."
I'm not signing that.
I'll sign it.
Okay.
Wait, no one. Well, what about Carter? You're good with signatures.
What?
What does that even mean?
Why does anyone want to sign this? This guy's dead. No matter
Yeah,
what.
fine. I sign it. I sign it. Benny Michaels.
Thank you. Thank you.
Benny Michaels, you absolute shit. I sign it. I put everybody else who might be in trouble on the thing. It's not me. You don't know who I am.
Perfect. And he goes ahead and walks over to a filing cabinet and places it in there. You can see there is multiple folders inside there that he sort of just and places it and shuts it.
See, that makes me confident in his abilities. He has a waiver.
He could pass an audit.
What type of illegal doctor has a fucking waiver?
A good one. Isn't that malpractice insurance?
You really think this fucker's insured?
I'm not sure it holds up in court.
So, how does this work? Are you gonna get started? Do we wait outside?
We should probably tell him, you can't just go digging around in there. You might have to do some.
I
I
can
can.
assist.
I can't. I'd be happy to dig around inside if needed. I don't mind.
Yeah, that's the part that worries me.
Wait. Let Carter tell him what needs to be done.
Fine.
See,
Alright, shut up.
I'm just so we need a surgeon who understands that this is a fucking magical stake, not some gang doctor who's just like, oh, he's impaled. This guy's gonna kill our dude.
Maybe.
Just gonna put it out
Who
there.
else
It
is
solves
we
the
gonna go
problem.
All right, fuck it. Do I see any cameras at all?
No cameras.
No cameras. So
Weird that the illegal chop shop doesn't have cameras. I know, but
I just,
But
you
a
never
waiver.
know.
but a waiver he absolutely has.
It could be recording. I don't fucking know.
He's gotta be like
wait
an
to
idiot
go to-
savant.
Exactly.
He's just like, I've never done this before, but I'm down to learn. He's reading medical journals right
He's
now.
got books, blood splattered pages.
It's not too late to
Does Carter have enough medical knowledge and blood sorcery knowledge to explain this to him in a way that makes it seem plausibly non-magical?
What is your ranks in medicine and your ranks in blood? Obviously, yeah, ranks in blood sorcery.
I have 2 ranks in medicine. I've got 3 dots in blood sorcery, and I have 3 dots in occult with a specialization in blood magic.
I would say that you could
Like,
pull it off.
I was
to
assuming it
where-
would be some sort of bluff roll.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll manipulation plus subterfuge
Oh, my worst possible
with
pool. Fun.
a +2 bonus, and you can surge if you would like to.
It's a +2 because this dude's a dummy.
No,
Blood sorcery, probably.
exactly.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no, I'll surge.
Yeah, it's not too late to just run to IU Health and like
No.
kidnap a surgeon.
I think it might be.
Yeah, yours already signed
How
the
much-
waiver. It's too late.
Game over, man.
Oh no. Just putting it out here. This is not Michael's fault.
It ain't my roll too.
Yeah, see?
Oh.
That's weird.
Allegedly.
There's no allegedly about it.
Would this be considered information gathering?
No, actually, it wouldn't be.
What if I gather the information and I roll the information that Carter gives me? I'll roll subterfuge and manipulation.
I hate it. Thanks for asking.
Oh, I forgot to surge.
Should be what? 2 dice for you?
Yeah.
I still did really good. You got 4 successes, so.
Yeah. See if you can get, 6. 7, because math.
Oh, nice.
I was right. 6.
I'll take it.
And then also don't forget your rouse, by the way, for the surge.
I wasn't gonna forget.
Likely story. Pog. Alright. You're able to weave it in a way where you believe that it is very close to his heart, but maybe just like raised it enough where it didn't puncture it. But it is very, very close, and you more of sort of lean into the fact that it must just be a near miss. It must be a near miss.
And like we sedated him heavily,
Right.
so that he's not moving, which is
Exactly.
why he doesn't seem like he has a heartbeat.
Right, exactly. Or mind being dragged across the parking lot or anything like that.
He's also Scandinavian.
Exactly. But you're able to
With anything.
What?
you're just able to pretty much tell this guy whatever you want. And he sort of believes it. No. But he seems to believe you fully.
Does he understand he can't, like, break the fucking thing? That he has to take it out, like, 100% clean?
Yeah, we covered that.
Okay.
All right. Here he goes.
Michael
I'll
just
offer
feels
to
like
assist him if he
a
wants
pressure on the side of his knee, and
Yep.
Dimitri's got the pipe just resting right against his knee. Like,
Ready to go.
Michael,
So is there a
nods.
waiting room?
That checks out. Yeah, through that door on the right. As he goes ahead and puts some gloves on.
I'm gonna go through
well,
that door.
those are like kitchen gloves.
Ah, yes.
Where's that room with the filing cabinet?
It's actually in
From
the
the-
same room that he's currently in.
Oh, okay.
This is such a bad idea.
It's a terrible idea. I can't believe you guys let me do this.
Letting a guy with the IQ of a ham sandwich perform surgery.
I tried to go with a different route. Benny said it, and then Eva agreed with him.
What Eva says goes.
It's all
Pretty
it's
much.
all Eva's fault.
100%. Blame
It
Eva.
is.
Hannah, I know
I just-
you're in chat. Enjoy that.
I just work here. I'm going to say that.
I'm gonna go poke around where
Is
that
what
waiting
you
room
do
is.
even considered work?
I work very hard at what I do. Thank you.
He is going
Do you
to
know-
spend a willpower to reroll.
Do you know
That's a
how
good sign.
hard? Do you know how hard it is to play both sides of this crazy chess game that y'all have going on and not be dead?
I'm sure that takes talent.
It's exhausting.
Time goes constantly as he continues the surgery. As he's sort of looking through, he takes out a huge hacksaw, puts it away, takes out other tools that are way over on what he's done and puts it off to the side. And then sort of gets a scalpel and sort of starts cutting. And he has a set of rags that look like have probably been used rather recently. That he has been ready for it, but no blood comes out, and he cuts. Strange. And he goes ahead and continues cutting around the spike.
Benny, you can talk that way, right? You can make him think he's crazy, right? You can do that, right?
I'm snooping around the waiting room.
I'm just
Yeah, you look around,
this
and
out
Benny's
there.
nowhere in sight.
Benny can do it. Benny can do this, right?
Well, I mean, if you like your knees, you better hope so.
As
Jesus.
you're looking around, go ahead and roll resolve plus investigation for me, Benny.
Four successes.
Four successes. Underneath like the front desk area, it has a phone that is on, not taking calls actively, but it's powered up. It looked like a normal phone, and everything up here looks very much like a chop shop. There is multiple like signs as like awarded best shop in area. And multiple like car keys that look like they're hanging up on a rack. Looks very, very official. But you do notice underneath the counter is a rifle that looks like it's sort of tucked underneath the counter a little bit.
I'm gonna pull the rifle out and see if it's loaded.
It is indeed loaded.
I'm gonna unload it.
Okay. The bullets feel a little different. They're a little heavier, and they're like pure silver.
Interesting.
I didn't fuck up.
I'll grab the
Nichols
bullets,
involved.
but I'll grab the bullets, but I'm gonna put the gun back.
Okay.
Yeah, are there any other doors? I'm just trying to snoop around to see if there's any evidence at all of this being like a medical professional
Absolutely. You
or
go-
signs of kindred.
Yeah, as you
Also.
sort of dig through, you
The werewolf
absolutely
thing is a
see
good sign, but
no sort of markings that this is kindred related. But there's also no sight of anything that would make it look like this is a medical facility.
is there a coffee machine?
There is indeed a coffee machine.
I'm gonna brew some coffee or get a cup of coffee if there's already some existing and
There
go back
is-
to the
it's
operating
nice.
room.
It's nice and cold, but there is
You know what?
some that's still in there.
I wouldn't notice because I'm already
Yeah,
Cold.
cold-blooded. Yeah, that's fair.
and I'm not gonna taste it.
Yeah,
Gonna
you
go
have,
out there
you have
with-
a nice cup of coffee.
I'm gonna go back out.
As you guys see, he's looking, and he just sort of and pulls the steak out, and you could see it is heavily fractured on all sides of the steak, and he sort of places it there, and then begins to take like fine tweezers and start going through, and pulling slivers of the steak out. Continuing the process, Benny finally is returned. Benny, you sort of come back as the whole steak is being removed and placed, and sort of just like haphazardly just sort of thrown onto this little cart that he's using as he goes back in and continues to dig in, and then you can see that he sort of pulls, like, opens up underneath the apron and pulls out a pair of glasses, and then starts to get, like, real close to the hole.
When the rest of the group like sees me come back in, I'm just gonna make like a hand gesture, like, no, this guy's dead. we might as well just go now. Let's zip out the back. I walk towards Michael.
But shortly after, he goes back in and starts doing his surgery. Eva sort of looks around. You guys can see her from the garage door that's open. Just continues to look around.
I don't think that's the way that was supposed to come out.
I don't think either.
I mean, it's got to come out.
That's fair.
I guess you
I
got a
mean,
point.
if this goes sideways, Benny, you can fix this, right? You can. Even if this works and the guy's like, "What the hell?" You could just make it. You can fix this, right? You could.
Are you whispering to me right now? No, I can't do anything. What are you talking about? Yeah, I can fix this. I can fix anything.
Okay, I believe you. Conspiracies fix everything. It definitely doesn't fracture and push people into weird alienated spaces. I believe you. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Butcher, don't be afraid to turn on some music if that'll help you concentrate.
Oh, no, I like the silence. It mixed with the squishing. It's like its own orchestra, if you will.
The dude likes the squishing. Oh no!
I get it.
You would.
I get it. Big
This
fan.
whole,
Um,
this
I'm
whole
gonna-
situation is fucked. Oh my god! I'm
I'm
gonna go
gonna-
for a walk.
No,
gonna
you
Am I
stay.
close enough that I can surreptitiously
Alright.
get some of the blood?
What's up?
Am I close enough that I can get some of the blood since I'm assisting the butcher?
What blood?
The Baron's blood.
Ah, yes, absolutely.
Like, Michael's like, I need air. No, you fucking don't. Come here.
But you guys
Sit
do
the
hear.
fuck now.
You guys do hear the sound of someone knocking on a glass door, sort of from the direction that Benny just came from.
You watch my back. I'll head that way.
Yep, and I'm your shadow.
you good in here, Carter?
Oh, that's
Yeah, we're
probably
fine.
just the brothers. They said they were gonna stop by tonight.
I'm gonna kind of rushingly tap on probably Michael's shoulder since they're behind Dimitri as I'm following him to the room, and I'm gonna palm them the silver
Silver bullets.
bullets.
Do I recognize them as silver bullets?
I mean, they are silver in color. They weigh different than normal bullets do.
Let me go out
Silver.
on a limb here and just.
I whispered.
Where did you find these?
In a gun, under the counter, in the waiting room. I don't know of any mortals that purchase silver bullets. Granted, I've been haven't been to Rural King lately. I don't think they sell silver bullets.
Yeah.
Tell me you didn't bring us to a hunter doctor.
No. No.
No. Tell me you didn't bring us to a hunter doctor.
When I look out the out the blinds, what do I see?
You see three
Werewolves.
individuals who
I would rather
look
be
in
a
their
wolf doctor.
late 20s, early 30s. But you recognize one of the faces
Oh,
shit.
God damn it.
from a hunting experience that you had.
What was her name again?
It was. Let me pull up a. Oh,
Oh, the werewolf?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wolves. We got okay. It's not hunters. We're fine. We're not fine. This is terrible.
Well, you know, they care about the Masquerade.
Yeah, they're big fans.
They're great surgeons.
Guys, since the guy, the butcher's clean.
Yeah, I thought that's all we cared about was making sure the butcher was clean.
I can't. I'm fucked. It's gonna take so long to walk after this.
To walk after
Oh,
See,
you're
the
not just
good
eating the
news-
pipe. You're gonna get run over a couple times.
Oh, it all depends on how it shakes out. It might be fine.
Yeah, it's just superficial damage. Kneecaps are superficial joints.
That werewolf did not give you their name. They gave you the name of the werewolf that was captured, which was Rascal.
Gotcha.
That rascal.
Exactly.
I'll be like, hey, this is probably could go one of two ways. These werewolves, so shit could go sideways. But I know one of them.
Hey, real quick,
Take it, guys.
I'm gonna lean in closer to Dimitri and slide the silver ammo. The silver ammo's just trading hands. I'm just gonna slide that over and go. Benny found that.
How many
The
did I
fuck
grab,
you want
by
me
the
to
way?
do? Throw it at them?
Was it just like racked, or did I unload like a clip
Yeah, it was just
or a box?
a small clip that was loaded. So you got probably about five bullets. Or so.
5 magazines.
5 magazines.
What do I have to do with all these bullets?
No, it's just 5 silver bullets.
Do you know where the gun is they belong to?
The counter. The
It's
counter.
under the counter in the.
Put them in the fucking gun.
Benny took it. I don't know. Benny's over here.
I didn't expect others to come. I thought they were.
All right, give me the ammo. I'll do it.
Just chill the fuck out.
You chill the fuck out. You
Open the
door.
door. Hey, it's you. I'll look
On
right
the
at
bright
her.
side, it's just
The 3 of them look over you guys very confused, and then the one that recognizes you, Dimitri, looks you right in the eye. Oh, fucking leeches.
It's good to see you too.
coffee's warm.
Well, it's yeah. We just got some business with the butcher. You know, he's taking care of things for us. So if y'all want to come in, have a seat, we'll hang.
I would like to. I know the deal, but I would like to sense the beast.
Sure.
I would like to know just how fucked we are right now.
Completely.
It's gonna
Now,
be
if I-
so much fun.
If I throw silver bullets at a werewolf, does that hurt?
It doesn't feel great.
Please
It's more
don't.
like a slight burning sensation compared to, injuring.
All right, that's my animalism plus
3.
resolve. That's 3 hits. So your subterfuge and something else there. Composure and subterfuge.
Yeah, you're able to look over them. All 3 have a beast inside of them as a werewolf.
Oh, hey. Yep.
And they absolutely mean to do you harm, but they haven't acted on it yet.
Also seems fair.
Cool.
Well, yeah. If
The one
you
on
guys
the
want to
right,
hang.
the one on the right sort of like tilts up their nose a little bit and takes a couple sniffs in the air. I thought I smelt you guys before.
You smelled us before?
Mm-hmm.
Have we met?
Yeah, I tore up inside of a building for you.
Yo, Rascal! Hey, buddy, how you do?
And then the girl instantly just sort of face palms. And the wolf looks over to her. I remember that.
I thought you two were trying to kill each other.
Sometimes the fury gets the best of us.
I understand that, it happens on our side too.
But
I mean, if you guys want to kick it, we can all hang out. It'll be a little bit. The butcher's almost done, I think. He's just, working on something for us. Otherwise, you guys can stop back by if, we offend.
I mean,
No big deal.
you do offend, but I think we can deal with you guys for a few moments.
Sweet. Come on in. They got the candy machine in here. I think they have Zagnuts.
They sort of just roll their eyes as they pass by.
You know about Sagnuts?
Bro, this is Michael. He's a guy.
Very
Great
observant.
Great introduction.
There's another guy in there named Benny.
Also
I was
a
actually on my way
guy.
out. I think my oil change is gonna have to wait till tomorrow. I'll pick up the car in the morning. Thank you, Butcher.
Hey,
The last one sort of stands in the doorway and just sort of blocks it from being exited.
Okay.
While this is going on, Carter, you're able to hear sounds and muddled voices being spoken in the next room. But as it's going on, there's something very interesting about this individual.
Oh, what's that?
He doesn't have a heart here.
That's weird. Must be like a birth defect.
Something like that, except it's sort of difficult to have. He sort of throws a piece of wood across the room. A stake go through your heart when there's no heart in the body.
It's got to be in there somewhere, right? Did he just sniff that piece?
Yeah, he did.
Cedar.
what a creepy weirdo.
It's earthy.
Is this blood-soaked hickory?
Yeah.
Guy eats a lot of garlic.
But, do you want to tell me what I'm working on? Or do I already sort of know?
We're just working on getting all the pieces out of that guy. Ever seen anything like this before?
A person without a heart? Not before I was done with them.
I get that. I get that a lot.
That's terrifying. Your friends don't have a fur allergy, do they?
It's your fur allergy.
Yeah, the people they're talking to are werewolves.
That's should be a hoot.
Guess they do.
My bad.
So how long till we finish up this surgery here, Mr. Butcher, sir?
Mr. Butcher, sir.
Should be soonish. Of course, something like this could have a lot of pieces. But I'm sure you knew that, and that's why you came to me.
Yeah, you're doing a better job than I could have done.
And he sort of takes a little very small piece and sort of like pokes you in the chest.
Yeah.
We don't
Just
like
like that.
that.
Can you go ahead and just roll a? Let's go ahead and roll. It's gonna be a frenzy roll, but you're not actually frenzy. But it's the dice pool I want you to use. Composure plus willpower, if that's actually it. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay. As he pokes you, he looks. My mistake, and he sort of throws it and it sort of clatters on the floor behind him. Looks like I'm done.
That's messed up, man.
Had to test.
Yeah, no, I just work for those assholes.
Nah, don't we all? And he sort of begins to sew up the hole that is there. And with that, we will go ahead and call our session for this evening. Thank you guys all so much for coming and hanging out. Really do appreciate it. Again, next week we will not be here on this channel. We will be over at twitch.tv/GenConTV for our first ever Gen Con episode. So make sure to swing by and support. It goes a very, very long way. We really do appreciate it. Also, for our Thursday night game, We Run the Night, we're having a live show where me and our cast are going to be playing an episode, which is going to be the season 4 finale of We Run the Night over there. So make sure to swing on by. If you got a badge, grab it, hit the link and grab a ticket. And we look forward to see you there. It's going to be a very good time. So be there or be square. Otherwise, thank you guys. And I'll see you guys next Tuesday for another episode of Indy by Night. Have a good night, guys.
Good night.